What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Sobacksports podcast, and we're so back with another episode. And we're nearing the tail end of this NFL season, and oh boy, has it been a season! One of the most I would say crazy seasons I would say in my memory, at least. I don't know about you guys, but before we get into today's episode, feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that like on the video, and comment down below who you think as well is going to make the playoffs, especially with the final few teams on in each conference coming to the finish line. But yeah, let's get into it. Hey, and we have obviously our special guest down below, Sivang, joining us. How are we doing, my guy? How's it going?
Going good. I ditto that. This has been a great season. I've enjoyed it a lot. I know, especially for you guys, because you guys are doing really good. But we'll see this week, especially being a Niners fan. Really excited for what's to come.
Yeah, especially this week is a very huge week with a lot of NFC implications because, you know, having both of us make the playoffs last week, now is just a matter of how the seeding will look like. And the Bears and the Niners, especially within your division as well, with being absolutely insane, um, are fighting for the top spot in that week one bye of the playoffs. So, what are your thoughts on this entire season as a Niners fan? Because you've dealt with a lot of trials and tribulations from not only, from a personnel standpoint and the injuries, but also like Ayuk situation,
Mhm.
things like that. Walk us through your thoughts on that because it's been quite the ride.
Yeah, I think firstly, Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh have just been amazing this whole season. There's a huge question mark giving up Debo, Brandon Ayuk coming back from injury, and overall a lot of new guys with their defense. D Winters having to step up after Greenlaw left, and Hufanga leaving as well. There's a huge question mark. But I think the biggest signing of this year for us was getting Robert Saleh, and he's really proven to be such a great defensive coordinator as his reputation in the league is. And I'm just so surprised on how Kyle has dealt with all these injuries, having Kittle gone for around 4 weeks, Brock Purdy gone for 8 weeks, having Mac Jones starting against such top tier teams and even beating the Los Angeles Rams, which was insane in overtime. And going into this week as the fifth seed, having a chance to have 5 home games for the rest of the season, if we take the number one in the NFC as a Super Bowl, is in Levi's, is just, I think Kyle Shanahan should win Coach of the Year. And overall, I've just been so happy for the Niners season, what they've done with all the obstacles that they faced.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you said it yourself. Like it's, I mean, listen, you had there's a lot of reasons to be smiling at this point because of how crazy not only the season is, but the fact that you guys are winning at the end of the day. Yeah, I completely agree. I think that the Robert Saleh hiring was really huge for you guys. I think he was also part of your team back in your initial Super Bowl run, if I'm not mistaken, and then he took that Jets job, and that whole shebang happened. But I do think that there's a common theme now. Remember when Sam Darnold went to as a backup for Brock Purdy, went to a Super Bowl, had that experience, and now look at him now. He is thriving not only on the the Seahawks currently, but he also thrived on the Vikings as well. And I think that goes to show you how good of a head coach Kyle Shanahan is, especially with developing and kind of allowing the backups to learn. And I think that really helped Mac Jones kind of thrive in the situation of coming in for Brock Purdy and kind of holding down the fort while he's gone. And, Brock Purdy had some little bit of hiccups here and there, but it's not skipped a beat whatsoever. Um, what are your thoughts on the whole QB situation at the moment with like their performances and, walk us through a little bit of that?
Yeah, I appreciate Mac Jones for taking on those 8 weeks and giving us a fighting chance, but Brock Purdy is QB1. He just threw for 5 touchdowns. He's the first 49ers QB to throw for 5 touchdowns since Joe Montana and Steve Young, and those are no small names. So I think Brock Purdy going forward is the QB1, undeniable. He's taking us to a Super Bowl. He's taking us to an NFC championship. But, I am grateful for Mac Jones. He did great, but after the Colts game, I don't know how you can see Brock Purdy coming off the bench anymore.
Yeah, I was impressed with that Monday night performance by Brock Purdy. And honestly, I think the Niners defense has been like pretty solid with all the injuries. And like all the departures that you guys have, like you mentioned, Hufanga, Greenlaw, who went to the Broncos, and they're making impacts on the Denver Broncos right now when they had like arguably a top 2 defense in the league. My question is like we're talking about coach of the year, right? There's so many great candidates like Liam Cohen, obviously Arsh, Ben Johnson, who's the other one? Oh, Mike Vrabel. But a lot of people are not talking about Kyle Shanahan and what a job he's done with the really strong NFC West. Do you think Kyle Shanahan should be known should be like the first option as for the coach of the year um award? Because he's such a really good coach and what he's done this year, all the injuries that you mentioned, like do you think Kyle Shanahan should be coach of the year for what he's had to gone through with obviously 2 quarterbacks and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, as biased as I am, I do believe Kyle Shanahan should be Coach of the Year. I mean, we have a chance to become the number one in the NFC, even through all the adversity that we faced. Like you were saying, Mike Vrabel, a great season. Ben Johnson bringing the Bears back, but I think they haven't faced as much adversity as the 49ers have throughout the season. And especially, I mean, these 2 weeks will be telling. If we do come out number one in the NFC, I do think it's undeniable that Kyle Shanahan will win Coach of the Year. And if we do lose, I think it will go to Mike Vrabel. So it's just coming. If we beat the Bears and the Seahawks to close out, I think that you guys will probably agree as well that Kyle Shanahan should win Coach of the Year.
I mean, I think that if Ben Johnson, wins the North, and wins the whole like I think what happens the next 2 weeks is gonna really be telling because I think there's an argument for Mike Vrabel, but I feel like if you look at the competition, like that he's being Josh Allen, but like if you look at the other quarterbacks that the Patriots are being, I don't think it's as impressive like what Kyle Shanahan, even Liam Cohen from the Jags has done, and but what Ben Johnson has done. So I think the last 2 weeks, I feel like for the Coach of the Year award, it's going to come down to these last 2 weeks. Which team can win the NFC or AFC, for example, for the Jags, because they're still in contention for that. So I think honestly, a lot of people are not giving Kyle Shanahan a lot of credit because I feel like he's already a top tier echelon of a coach. Like we put him in that class with like Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni, McVay.
I wouldn't put Nick Sirianni in there.
I mean, he's
in
been to
that
2 Super
category.
Bowls. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been to 2 Super Bowls. Has a really good. He has a really good winning percentage. So I mean, you got to put him there. But I think I just think that what has impressed me this year is like how he took like he's won a lot of games with like these injuries, right? And like a lot of people have not been talking about the Niners this year, and with at least like with Mac Jones, like I thought when Mac Jones was starting for you guys, I thought for sure you guys are gonna lose a lot of games, like because I've seen him in New England and it did not work out, but we're seeing this like what my brother said with Sam Darnold, going through that 1 year in San Fran and that quarterback development, and he's probably one of the best to really train develop quarterbacks and you're seeing with the last pick of the draft, Brock Purdy, he's playing phenomenal football, and you know what? He played really well in the Super Bowl, so we're seeing him play really well in big games. How confident are you if you guys are not the 1 seed? Like, how confident do you guys think you are? Do you guys think do you think the Niners are? If do you think they can win a lot of road games this year? Like, if you had to go into Chicago, into the Link, or what's the other one? I guess Carolina or something like that. Like, if you guys are a wild card team, do you think you're do you think the Niners have like what it takes to, with all these injuries that they're battling, to go in and win these crucial playoff games? If you guys don't get the 1 seed.
Yeah, I agree. It will be a lot tougher, especially with the young defense, to go on the road and win. And I mean, if we do get the 1 seed, 5 home games, like I said before, I think that's unprecedented. But I'm not really scared of the Panthers. I hope if we don't get the 1 seed, we get the 5 seed. I know you guys are hoping that too for the Bears. Yeah. But the only NFC team that I'm truly scared of is the Rams. And luckily, the Rams SoFi Stadium is Levi South, so I guess that's not even an away game. But the Seahawks have been playing really well, but that game against the Rams was just really lucky. I don't want to anger some of the Seahawks fans in the comments or anything, but that was just really lucky. As that 2-point conversion that Charbonnet picked up after I think the whistle was blown too. That was just a little questionable. So the Rams are undeniably probably the most on paper and probably on the field the best team in the NFC. In my opinion, I think a lot of people can agree on that. But other than the other teams, I do think that Soldier Field is a maybe a little scary. No, it's not really that scary. I think the Niners will come to Soldier Field and dominate.
I mean, hey, talk your smack. We'll see what happens.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this right now, man. You guys like stopping the run. Like our run game is elite, bro.
We stopped Bijan Robinson. We start Jonathan Taylor. I'm not really scared of no DeAndre Swift or Monangai.
Hey,
so.
it's not okay. But here's the thing with Ben Johnson, right? It's not really about the running backs itself. It's like how he schemes and like how like the offensive line has been playing this year. Our offensive line has been like top 5 this year. So I think it's gonna be a really. I feel like the game against. I think we're gonna preview the game later, but I think what's going to be very key for at least us beating you guys is a strong run game and really good in the play action, because that's what our offense is really based on. Is Caleb Williams in that play action, building off of a strong run game, because that's what we did against Philadelphia, and they had a good defense. So I'm excited to see what the Bears can do against that Niners defense, because like you said, Robert Saleh has done a really good job for what he's had this year. I mean, you lost Fred Warner. We forgot about him. Arguably the best linebacker in all of football. You lost Nick Bosa, who's a top 5 edge rusher in football. So, but the Niners are still playing really, really well. So it's not going to be an easy task, especially in Levi Stadium. So
yeah, I mean, as much trash talk as I just said, I do agree. Like, I think the biggest thing, other than the run game, I think Caleb Williams will carve us up. If you're watching the Colts game, I mean, we had a grandpa also carving us up. Our secondary is probably the weakest point. As much as the run game is scary for other teams, I do think that Robert Saleh has a good scheme against the run. If anything, it's going to be Caleb Williams and your receiving core that will win you guys the game. So that's the biggest thing I'm scared about, especially when we had Batoon, which is our second linebacker that came in after Fred Warner. He was playing well, and then he also got injured. I think he had an ankle injury or some foot injury, and he looked really slow coming in to the game against the Colts. He was missing some, like, they were just like HB screens, and there were some checkdowns that were just they were just carving us up in the beginning. It was tied 14-14. The big momentum shift is when they fumbled on the kick return, which wasn't our defense. And obviously, because Brock Purdy was also doing really well on offense, that really brought the momentum. But overall, our defense, I wouldn't say it was like that strong of a game. So that's the biggest thing I'm scared about, is Caleb Williams carving us up with your receiving core. Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about the offense, because I feel like that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a shootout. Like me and my brother were talking about it. We feel like it's gonna be a shootout of game. It could be completely different, also. But I want to talk about Christian McCaffrey, because when you talk about the Niners, you can't dismiss Christian McCaffrey. He's, in my opinion, the heart and soul of, I think, the offense of the Niners. I mean, when the Niners are playing, I feel like Fred Warner is the heart and soul of like the defense of your team. But when we're talking about the offense, Christian McCaffrey. I mean, this year he has 900. He has 900 receiving yards and 900 rushing yards. I mean, talk about dual threat, Christian McCaffrey, you know? Do you think Christian McCaffrey, with what he's done for the Niners this year, deserves MVP praise? Because I know I think he's definitely going to win offensive player of the year. It's either him or James Cook. But do you think he deserves some MVP praise? Because I can't even lie, he's doing things that are not even normal, man. I mean, he's putting up Marshall Falk numbers right now. So what do you think as a Niners fan? Like,
I mean, definitely, especially if we win out. But it is low-key a QB award. I mean, when was the last time someone won? Was it Adrian Peterson? Last time a non-QB won? And I don't know the exact stats that Adrian Peterson put up, especially in 2023. If CMC wasn't able to win in 2023, I don't really think that they're going to give the MVP to him this year, which is unfortunate that it became a QB award. But yeah, like, in an ideal world, CMC wins MVP with all these stats, but realistically, I really heavily doubt that he will.
I personally also think that CMC can be in the conversation, but I think that it's still JSN in my book. I don't think that we're going to have for offensive player of the year.
Oh yeah, I thought you said for MVP.
Not for MVP. Not for MVP. Oh. No. That's not happening. But it's probably, in my opinion, I think it's still
really.
I mean, I think Puka might be
MVP. It's like Puka. I mean, to be really honest with you, like, it could be any of those three in the NFC West, which is crazy.
I don't give it to Puka, man, because he has Devontae Adams on his team too, man. Like, I just give it to McCaffrey. Okay, look, I'm not even the biggest Niners guy, bro, but like, I think McCaffrey like with all the injuries the Niners are gone, he's had to deal with a backup quarterback. He's put the team on his back, and like literally the offense is not the same without McCaffrey, man. And I think if I choose the offensive player of the year, I have to go with Christian McCaffrey, bro. He's 900. He's dominating the. I think he leads your team in receiving yards. I might be mistaken, but I think he leads your team in receiving yards and leads your team in rushing yards. And if they win the 1 seed, I think you have to give it to McCaffrey. Like you have to. Like Jason's had a phenomenal season, man. But I mean, dude, you have Cooper Kupp and like look, and I don't know, man. I think there's an argument for JSN because he is putting up numbers. Don't get me wrong, but I think that the way the Niners are playing and the way how important McCaffrey is to that team and the numbers, like I think me personally, I put McCaffrey, but I can see the arguments for the others.
JSN, I mean, I think his stats against the Rams game's a little skewed because he started popping off in the fourth quarter. But before that, I don't think he had a reception leading up to the fourth quarter, which is kind of crazy in such a big game. And then, I mean, he did end up scoring a touchdown, so I can't really say that he played terribly. But, I mean, using the scheme that they had before, there's obviously a way to lock him up. So I think out of McCaffrey and I think it would be between McCaffrey and Puka.
Yeah, I would give it to McCaffrey if like McCaffrey had like, yeah, I just think he's so dominant in both ways, bro. It's like he can run routes too. Like, I don't know, man. I gotta give respect to him, man. He's having a hell of a season, bro.
Yeah, definitely win comeback player of the year. I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a fair criticism or fair point because, Christian McCaffrey is doing it on both sides of the offense when it comes to the rushing and the receiving part aspect. And this will be his second time that he in his career where he has 1,000 season for both rushing and receiving.
I think Marshall Falk. I think he's the last guy to like do that. I think.
But I will say though, like it's gonna be tough because I think this time, like if JSN has another crazy game or ends out the season pretty crazy, and the Seahawks are also in the first seed or like in the driver's seat of the NFC, I think it probably will go to him for the offensive player of the year because throughout the season, JSN has been putting up insane stats and one of the biggest bright spots for the Seahawks offensively. And with the Seahawks, in their first year or second year under Mike McDonald, they're having a crazy season with Sam Darnold and making a deep playoff run. It was projected that they were going to be, 19th this year in the preseason. Obviously preseason doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but no one expected the Seahawks to be this great, this fast under Mike McDonald. And I got to give credit to Clint Kubiak and this offense to kind of get JSN rolling because we saw how limited he was with Shane Waldron back when, he was the offensive coordinator for them. And,
Don't
now
bring
he's
up the name, man. Don't bring up that name. I hate that guy. Hate that guy.
Unfortunately, this dude is on the Jaguars and he's thriving, but no one says anything. But anyways, I will say I think there's a good case for both McCaffrey, Puka, and JSN, and I think that just shows you how insanely great the NFC West is, minus the Cardinals. And I think that just just crazy because it's like I feel like they are.
Don't sleep on Marvin, man. Don't sleep on Marvin.
Jacoby Brissett.
Don't sleep on Marvin, man. Give him a quarterback. He's gonna cook, bro. That's all I gotta say.
But I will say the NFC West this year is kind of like we can have 3 playoff teams in the same division, like how last year we had the NFC North have 3 playoff teams. Hopefully, I mean, for your guys' sake, it's not this one and done or like 0 wins for all 3 of them. But yeah, I mean, let's go on to the preview of the game because this game is going to be pretty huge. A lot like we kind of talked about it a little bit. We're the Bears having a great season. The Niners are having a great season, and they're both trying to fight for that 1 seed. What are your expectations for this game, and what do you think is the likely outcome?
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of insane to think about. I remember the first time I was on this podcast, we were both coming off like a really kind of bad season where we're looking at the draft picks were like 10th, 11th, but now we're fighting for the number one in the NFC. So it's kind of, I'm pretty happy for all of us right here. And it is exciting going to Levi Stadium, which will be a pretty big deal for everyone. And I think the make or break is whether our secondary can contain your receiving core. Because I think our offense will be able to play well. But if our defense just gets carved up like they did to the Grandpa last week, I think against Caleb Williams will be a little harder. So, yeah, just hopefully that our secondary can step up and Batum doesn't look like a sitting duck again.
But I do think
hold on. Am I hearing a compliment from Savank about Caleb Williams, bro? Because every time I talk to Savank, man, he always said some negative things about Caleb. So you think Caleb can carve up the defense, bro?
I mean, don't quote me. Text messages and on podcast different on Caleb. I'm always going to show hate in Caleb Williams while on text. I'm the number one Caleb Williams hater, of course, but I do have to appreciate these past few weeks. I mean, that one throw, I don't know who it was against, but they keep showing it on my Instagram feed. It's kind of insane. So
it was on Keyshawn Nixon, the guy who he threw the interception to like 2 weeks ago. So it was like that's like the crazy part. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think the Niners secondary is like the weak part of the defense, but honestly, I still think that we need to run the ball. Yeah, I think running the ball is our identity of our team. I mean, that's what Ben Johnson loves to do. He loves to run the ball, and run the ball. But yeah, I do think that this year, I think the Niners, we had to nitpick a part of their defense is their secondary and how they're getting burnt. Their corners not playing as well. So I think if we can establish the passing game, because I think Caleb is very much capable of throwing the ball, airing it out. I think we have a really good chance of winning. But my thing on defense is for this defense to work, we need to create turnovers because I mean we lead the league in turnovers, but we give up a lot of yards. So, and like we said, the guy we were talking about before, Christian McCaffrey, if he goes crazy, it's gonna be tough to beat. It's gonna be tough to beat them. So we're gonna have to contain Christian McCaffrey, which is again a really hard thing to do. But because he's effective in the passing game and in the running game. So if we find a way to contain him and make Brock Purdy air it out, like I'm not saying Brock Purdy can't, but I'm just saying like I'd much rather have Brock Purdy air it out than have Christian McCaffrey just dice up our defense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm nervous about this game because it's in Levi Stadium. If it was in Soldier Field, I'm less nervous because home field does play a big factor. But I think this Bears team is battle tested. We've gone into the link and dominated.
Mm-hmm.
We went into Lambeau. I know we lost, but it was a good game. We were right there. We could have won the game if he threw a better pass. But so I think like before I was like, oh yeah, like road game. This is a hard game, but I think our team is good enough to win these tough road games. And if we're gonna be a serious Super Bowl contender, we're gonna have to beat these good teams on the road. So looking forward to it, man. I like the prediction. That prediction is pretty good. It's not even
I do think before we get into my prediction and my preview, at least we'll go into the pick'ems as well, and I guess that kind of like answers the questions for that. But I think I would give your secondary a little bit of credit, than your credit's due because, while it is Phillip Rivers and, the ability, like Phillip Rivers is a seasoned veteran, even though at 5 years removed, if you saw how he was commanding the offensive line, audibling and, kind of like going against the play clock, reading the defenses and stuff, it was something that, we've kind of like not really seen quarterbacks do nowadays. And it's like, we've seen like a lot of like changes at the line of scrimmage, a lot of motioning and stuff, especially when it comes to like motion offense. But when it comes to like changing up the scheme and kind of like, dialing up plays on the go, especially with a guy like Phillip Rivers, who's like, has been there and done that, I would kind of give your guys some credit. Like you guys did a pretty good job in kind of containing him as well. And, like he had some great plays in that, like it was just unfortunate on you were just on the wrong end of it. But I do think that, yes, your secondary is a little bit weaker compared to your D line, but I think that your strength is still your offense at the end of the day, because I think, with Shanahan, it's really hard to kind of out scheme him at times. And that's the big test for Ben Johnson. It's going to be two offensive gurus coming together and trying to outduel each other. And we kind of saw that when Ben Johnson was on Detroit and faced the 49ers as well. It was kind of like a big chess match between the two. And it's a matter of, who can out scheme who. And I think that, while Ben is going to have his work cut out for him when it comes to facing a very, uh, been through a lot, Kyle Shanahan, and like knows ins and outs of things. I think that, the ingenuity of Ben's scheme can help a lot, especially with taking advantage of like the injuries that are happening on the defensive side of things. I do think the Bears can win, and I do think that prediction that we saw with 38-31 was, pretty apt. I just think that the Bears will find a way to have a one-score game, but I do think it will come down to a field goal, unfortunately, because it is the cardiac Bears at the end of the day, and we can have a simple, normal blowout game, except unless it's against the Saints, the Browns, and the Cowboys this year. We're just going to have a very close game for some god-awful reason, or the Eagles, actually. So that's just me. I think that it's going to come to that, and I think Caleb Williams and Brock Purdy will both have good games, and it's just going to be a very fun Sunday Night Football game in Santa Clara.
I just think that, like, if I'm the Niners, right, like, you don't want to turn over the football, because I feel like if you turn over the football against this Bears defense and you give, like, I think this game's going to come down to who does not turn over the ball the most, because I feel like the Bears, our defense, like, on paper, like, yeah, you see all those turnovers, but we also give up so much yards on the ground and in the pass. So we thrive off of getting turnovers. Against the Packers, we got two. I think two. No, if you count the onside kick, I guess 3 turnovers.
No, we got 3 turnovers. We got a fumble. We got
two fumbles. Right.
We got 2 fumbles because they fumbled at the 4th and 1 in overtime. They also Josh Jacobs fumbled near the end zone because Nashawn Wright took it out of the ball. Then obviously
so it's like which team doesn't give up. Like, I just feel like it will come down to which team does not turn over the ball the most. I think it's because I think both teams are gonna be explosive in the run game. They're gonna be explosive in the pass game because both teams, their defense is not the strong point. Even though we're been praising Robert Saleh for what he's done, but I think honestly, Brandon, if I'm the Niners, man, I'm just telling you guys, don't give Caleb enough time, man. Don't give him enough time. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'll also say, like, the turnovers are a big thing, and Brock Purdy is prone to throwing a lot of turnovers because he's a gunslinger. I think that's his identity coming off. He's now becoming a gunslinger. I mean, the Panthers game, he threw 3 picks, I think, in the first half itself, but we're still able to adjust. I think our red zone D has been so crucial in a lot of these games. I think he is bound. I think there will be one turnover, even in the 5 touchdown game. I was telling my brother, I was like, wait for the turnover to happen, wait for it to happen. It happened eventually. I mean, it was Kendrick Bourne. It was a little high in the sky, but I don't think you guys are the number 1 turnover defense. So it's bound to happen, but I don't think it'll be as crucial as you're putting it, just because Brock Purdy's a gunslinger, and that one turnover won't affect his game. He's just going to keep slinging it.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying, right? I just think that, like, and I'm giving Phillip Rivers a lot of credit for, like, coming back. You're 44 years old, but I feel like it's a lot easier to defend, like, a Phillip Rivers because, like, he can't move in the pocket. He's really, really old. And, I mean, I'll say this, Caleb's really mobile, so you had to guard his pass and you had to guard his run. Like, he runs too. If he's very good at escaping sacks. Last year, his problem was he got sacked a lot. He's taking a lot of bad sacks. This year, he cut that short. I think more than half he's cut the sacks.
Way more than half, yeah.
Yeah, so he's been really, really good. So it's going to be harder to guard. And I just think that the way that we win games, man, if you've been watching the Bears, like, we win because of good field position. And if I think that Brock Purdy turns over the football like he did against the Panthers, our offense will capitalize, unlike the Panthers, because the Panthers, I'll give them credit. They've had some really good wins this year, but their offense has not been that consistent. And I think with the Bears, our offense is really consistent. So I think it comes down to, I think when you're playing 2 prolific offenses, it always comes down to turnovers because the other teams is going to capitalize and they're gonna score on short field positions and, like, short fields. And you don't want to turn over the ball against a really prolific offense. So
Mm-hmm.
I will
that's
have
what
to.
I'm. That's what I'm saying.
I will disagree in one aspect of it. And listen, I love the Bears offense, but unfortunately, I cannot say they are a consistent offense because for the fact of the matter is all four quarters are not created equal in this offense. And that's the one thing that I think you have pointed out and a lot of Bears fans have pointed out, including myself. Like we always don't start off the hottest when it comes to like our first drive, second drive, and stuff like that. Things like we kind of wait for our chance to strike, and that usually comes towards the end of the game, especially against like some teams specifically. But yes, I agree. Like if once we get going, we're kind of like it's kind of hard to stop us.
No,
And
but what I'm
I
saying is
think that's
like if you give us short field, we're gonna
right,
capitalize.
but
Like,
that's
and I think
they
that
that's
I think if you give the Niners short field, they're going to capitalize because these
right.
are two top 10 offenses. If you look at points per game, the Niners are ninth, the Bears are 10th. I mean, if you give each of these either offenses you really good field position and you turn over the football, I think both offenses are going to capitalize and score, which is going to
Yeah.
shift the game. It goes from a 7-point game to a 14-point game, and it's a big swing. So I think, like the prediction I saw earlier, 38-31. If in a 38-31 match, 38-31 game, you don't want to turn over the football. I'm talking about both teams because the Niners are still a pretty good defense with Robert Saleh, and you're talking about Dennis Allen and the Bears defense. We cause havoc when the opponent turns over the football. So you don't. That's my whole point. It's like if you give these two teams good field position, they're going to capitalize. So that's what I was saying. Like both teams
Yeah,
should not turn over the football.
I will say, like the Packers game. I mean, that was kind of a snooze fest for the first three quarters. I mean, both teams were turning the ball over, and it was just inconsistency upon both sides. I mean, unlucky for the Packers, they had Malik Willis in, but I still think they were also like their offense just wasn't clicking, even with Jordan Love in. So I think I honestly agree with Amrit. As good as Caleb Williams is in some games, there is inconsistency, as shown in the Packers game. As soon as they got energy in the fourth game, he was throwing dimes, especially that overtime pass. But the first three quarters can't be forgotten as well, because I'm not sure if it was just field goals or if you guys scored, but it was below like 15 points really until
Yeah, we were shut out the
quarter.
first half, unfortunately, and Cairo came in clutch a lot, especially in the
But like,
third.
can we just admit that the Packers defense, like, no disrespect to the Niners, like, actually no disrespect to the Niners. The Packers defense is a top 5 unit, even without Micah Parsons. They're still a top 5 unit. I mean, you have Rashawn Gary. You still have pretty good linebackers in Edgerrin Cooper and what's the other guy?
Van Ness and all that
No,
stuff.
Van
like
Ness
that.
came back that game, and then there's another guy
Mhm.
I'm missing. I'm missing the other guy.
I mean,
He's really good.
they are a unit, but they also didn't have Micah Parsons, right? So it wasn't like the
But
same
like,
unit that.
like
But
the
to be
Niners
fair,
don't
even
have their best players either.
right, but I will kind of have to, because we did face Micah Parsons the first time, and yes, we did start off slow in that game too, and we came up to speed. But Micah, the only thing he was able to do really was just pressure Caleb. That's really it. He never got to Caleb. He never sacked him in the first place. So
Yeah.
like, how is that any different than
No,
what
'cause
the Packers did? Because
I
Jeff Hafley and his defense was okay. Now we don't have Micah Parsons this game. What are we gonna do? We're gonna run
people
cover
underestimate how
zero.
good Jeff Hafley is, man. Like
Yeah,
he's
he
a
is good.
very, very good defensive coordinator. The Packers have one of the best defenses. I'll give them credit when their credit's due. They're one of the best defenses in the league. They had a good defense last year without Micah Parsons, and even with the injuries, the way that Jeff Hafley schemed, it was so well against the Bears that game. Also, the Bears that game did not have two of their wide receivers. Hopefully, we get Luther Burden back for this game. But again, the Bears is next man up mentality, like the Niners have been rolling all year. So I'm just saying this offense. I feel like you guys are representing the offense this year because I mean this offense is putting up 26 points a game, which is top 10 in the league. So are the Niners. So again, I'm trying to say this, Lan. Like I think it's gonna be a shootout, and if you give a turnover to one of these two teams, either the Niners or the Bears, they're gonna capitalize and it's going to be a big swing. So both quarterbacks, in my opinion, for their team to win, are going to have to limit the turnovers. I think whoever wins the turnover battle will win this game. Like that was my whole point. Yes, have the Bears' offense been stagnant this year? Yeah, I will completely agree with that. But I think I think the Niners defense this year has been okay. I think the Bears defense has been okay. the turnover has really been saving us. But if we remove the turnovers, our defense is mediocre.
Yeah.
And then at times the Niners defense can be mediocre. So again, we're talking about two okay defenses going against two prolific offenses. I think the way the other team's going to win is if we turn over the football. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, I guess now let's get on to the second segment of oh my gosh, of this podcast with the pick'ems.
I didn't even read it. I didn't even read that message, bro.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, anyways, let's go to the pick'ems. Yeah, I mean, last week I actually did pretty good. I went 13 and 3, I think, which is my best. I think.
Well, let me see what I got.
Yeah, and I'm 140 and 97, which is.
Dude, I'm so bad this year. I think
Yeah, I did the first 3.
I'm 133 and 89. I'm 133 and 89.
Oh jeez. But yeah,
last week I went dude, I look did good last week. I got 3, 4, 5 predictions wrong. I got 5 wrong, but
okay. Yeah, I
thought the Colts beat the Niners, man. I thought Philip.
That's a little crazy. That's a little crazy.
I thought Philip got it
in Levi's. I mean,
no.
I know it was in my bad.
Yeah. I thought they.
All right, let's go with the first matchup of the 3 in the first slate of the Christmas slate. Oh Jesus Christ, this would have been a good matchup if, like, in the preseason, this was seen as like, oh my, these 3 were seen as like prolific matchups, and now it's just, oh god. Yeah. So we're having the Cowboys and the Commanders. I picked the Cowboys in this one because Commanders just look dead in the water. But yeah, let's kind of do it like 1 minute each for our thoughts on our pick. But you want to go, Savon? Let's start with you.
Yeah, I think Cowboys as well. No Jaden Daniels. I mean, what are the Commanders without Jaden Daniels? So, yeah. And then are we going to the next one or the 1 minute for the entire?
Oh no, for each pick. Yeah,
I'll go quick. I think this game is quick too. I got Cowboys winning this game like easily.
Yeah. And guess what? Josh Johnson, the journeyman quarterback, is going to be starting for the Commanders because Marcus Mariota is out. So, yeah, the Commander season has just gone to the toilet at this point because wow, this could have been good. I mean, Detroit's trying to fight for their life when it comes to the playoffs, and if they lose this game, they're completely out of the playoffs, which would be pretty funny if you ask me. But I think Detroit's going to win because it's kind of hard to not beat Max Brosmer unless you're the New York Jets.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Lions are going to not easily. I think they'll win. I think they'll win convincingly. I mean, it's do or die for them right now, so they'll have that as well. And I hope they lose as a Niners fan because I think I'm more scared of the Lions than the Packers, to be honest. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but.
Dude, I would be more scared of the Packers, bro. Their defense is so good, dude. I can't lie. I have to give, dude. I know Micah Parsons is out, bro, but their defense is. I'll glaze it, bro. That defense is good. I got the Lions, though. I got the Lions. Okay. Brosmer sucks. I hate to say it.
Last one, Broncos Chiefs for this Thursday slate.
I think Broncos easily have. I mean, the Chiefs look dead in the water against the Titans. Like, if you can't beat the Titans, you're not beating any other NFL team. So
I don't even know who's starting for the Chiefs, bro. Because
Ola
yeah,
or something like that. Yeah,
we don't have to even finish the name, bro. Like,
I forget what it.
He's that good.
I'll
say this, man.
Christmas slate.
Yeah, it was good.
Someone should have flexed. I don't understand why people didn't flex. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to flex to like an earlier spot because it kind of like defeats the purpose when it comes to like travel and all that stuff, and it will like screw up everything. So I guess
thank God. Hey, Sawan, I'm saying this. Thank God there's the NBA, bro. At least there's good matchups for the NBA.
Yeah, no, this Christmas slate sucks. I mean, I think everyone. It's terrible.
Listen,
viewership is gonna be horrible.
No, dude, just watch. It's gonna be it's still gonna be good. It's I know it for a fact.
Like, look at the quarterbacks.
I get it. It's probably not gonna be as good as other years, but
each team literally has a backup quarterback playing. We're talking about Chris Oladipo, whatever his name is. We're talking about Marcus Mariota. Oh, sorry, Tyler Johnson, the third string quarterback. We're talking about third string quarterback Max Brosberg, bro. Like, come on now. Like, come on. But yeah, I got the Broncos winning, bro.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm telling you right now, Netflix is losing a lot of money out of this, bro. I'll be surprised.
They're not gonna lose money when it comes to football, dude.
Yeah, Netflix is balling, bro.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Hey, let's do the next matchup. Houston Texans versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Who do you got, Savang?
Give me the Texans. I see a little upset here. I think CJ Stroud has a good game. The Chargers, I mean, they've been solid here and there. I think they've been inconsistent as well. But I think CJ Stroud, Nico Collins, they're gonna go ball.
I'm not even thinking that. I don't think that CJ Stroud and Nico Collins even have to go crazy for the Texans to win. I think the Chargers are going to outclass this game, man. Their defense is just so good. I got the Texans easily winning this game.
Yeah, I think the Texans are winning. I mean, obviously, the issue I have with it's just so hard to pick because it's like, what kind of Texans offense are we going to get, or what kind of Texans defense are we going to get? Because last week, I'm hearing something. Is there anything like someone's like, or is it just me? Okay. Anyways, maybe just my headphones or something.
It's yours.
But yeah. Oh, okay. But I just think that from the Chargers' perspective, I think they have to expect which kind of Houston Texans defense they're going to get. Because if you're going to get the one from the Raiders, where they give up 21 points to Geno Smith and that Raiders offense, like, that's going to be crazy. Or are we going to get what we saw against the Buffalo Bills, where Josh Allen got sacked 6 times? Like,
I mean, I think giving up 21 points is not bad in this NFL, man. I think the Texans have the best defense in all of football.
Yeah, but I do think,
and I think the Chargers don't have a really good offensive line after Joe Alt's gone. And like, it's Herbert just he has an injury too. Like, I just think they're just gonna get to him, and it's gonna be like a hell day for them. I'll say this: Houston Texans are the most scariest team to face, bro. Just because of their defense. Their defense alone is so scary, bro. Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, like, and their secondary, bro, with Lassiter, Stingley, like Petrie, like, nah, I'm good, bro. I do not want to face the Texans. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna probably. I don't know. I feel like it's a very toss-up. I think the Texans will win it. Like, I think they're trying to make a push. But yeah, and I think we're probably gonna see the Texans and the Jaguars make the playoffs in the AFC. But all right, the next one, we're gonna have a potential Malik backup off with the Ravens.
I think Love might play. He might play because he's been.
No, he
limited.
can't. I don't think he can because
he's been limited.
1 week of concussion protocol.
Oh,
I think you would probably.
It's a little short week. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, so I don't think they will allow him to play.
Will it be short week? I thought we played on Saturday. Each team played Saturday though.
Okay.
But for concussion, it's gonna. I don't think they'll allow.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know.
But I'll go first to this one. I think the Ravens win this one. I think they're gonna be really desperate. I think Stu Punley's gonna go into Lambeau. And if he's playing against Malik Willis, I mean, Willis can ball. Don't get me wrong; he gave us a fight. But yeah, I got the Ravens winning this. I think they got a shot at winning the division. Still, I know it's crazy to say it's 7-8, but they gotta just hope that they just gotta hope that the Steelers lose against the Browns, which is totally capable. They can lose to the Browns because it's a divisional game in Cleveland. So give me the Ravens. I think the Ravens pull this one out.
I think if John Harbaugh isn't an idiot and doesn't sit Derrick Henry for 9 minutes in the fourth quarter, it's crazy.
Genuinely.
I think John Harbaugh honestly has to be in the hot seat right now, to be honest. As good as the Ravens have been, they haven't. When was the last time they won a playoff game?
I'll be honest, man. I've been I've been in the defense of John Harbaugh for a while, bro.
Dude, what he did last week, defense of John.
No,
Harbaugh.
I know, but I just hate it because like Lamar fans are like, oh, it's always the coaching, it's always this and that.
How are you gonna sit Derrick Henry for 9 minutes?
I know, that's what I'm saying. After that, bro, I can't, bro. Honestly, John Harbaugh has to be fired, bro. That's a fireable offense, dude.
Dude, and bro goes into the listen. There's one thing to may do that and own up to your mistakes, but this dude goes to the the presser, and I saw the press conference clip on Twitter. But dude, like he literally gets up there on the stand and is like, it's like, oh yeah, Derrick Henry should have been on the field during those last 9 minutes. Someone should have done something about that. And I'm like, you're the coach. What do you mean that someone should have done that? It's literally that SpongeBob meme where it's like the dude is the hall monitor is looking for the maniac, and he's just like looking around. It was just him the whole time. Like I just don't understand his thought process sometimes. And that graphic of all those games that were blown due to like porous play calling as well. Like that keeps like the list keeps going crazy.
At some point, though, like it is also Lamar's fault, though. Like he does play bad in games.
Lamar's fault, but there's one common denominator too. This goes past before Lamar as well. Yeah. Like those games were also before Lamar's time as well. Like that's also included in that list.
Hey, he is also a champion. He is a Super Bowl champion
in 2013. Congratulations!
Like against your Niners.
Yeah, I mean that was a different era, though. That was a whole different era. I mean, with that defense, like Ray Lewis. Yeah, I don't want to do a crazy. I don't want to do a crazy take, but I feel like even a mediocre coach could have won a Super Bowl with that defense.
Probably. And it was nuts. Like,
yeah, Joe Flacco's his quarterback, though.
He is an elite quarterback.
That defense is like top 3 defense.
Yeah, but like the Niners also had a pretty good defense, and he had Frank Gore. Like,
and I mean, Harbaugh almost choked that after the little light fiasco. He almost choked that. They were up big, and then. I mean, if he choked that, I don't even think Harbaugh has a seat right now. He's just getting carried by this Super Bowl win back then. But if he choked the Niners,
Harbaugh's PR is insane.
Okay, I have a question. Like, I'm ready. I have a question. As a Lamar fan, I have a question.
I'm not a Lamar fan. I just don't. I think he's overly criticized.
I think you are, bro. But like, I'll say this: if he gets a new coach and like the same thing happens next year with like he's getting injured, he's getting sick. I don't know why. Every year he gets some illness, bro. Actually, I heard about that. And then he like misses games and he chokes in the playoffs.
Baltimore is like I would get sick in Baltimore too, to be honest. No shade at Baltimore.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying like if he chokes again in the playoffs, like can we say it's like Lamar also, bro? Like can we also?
Sure. I mean, listen,
blame Lamar.
I mean, in the playoffs, like there are moments where he's not playing well and all that, and he does turnovers and whatnot. But
Brock Purdy has better numbers than him in the playoffs, dude. Like, come on.
I mean, yeah, fair.
What are you trying to say about Brock? I mean, Brock Purdy has good numbers against a lot of QBs.
Yeah, but either way, I will say, like for Lamar's sake, I think a new head coach is definitely needed. Yeah. But I do think like if he also plays the same way or like. The same woes occur because he has changed his game quite a bit. He's no longer like the run first quarterback. He's now a pass first quarterback. Now a lot more. Sense. And he's like, he's improved in that sense. And he's won.
What options are there though?
Like, I mean, we don't know yet. We'll have to see at this point.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like if they want to move off of John Harbaugh, they got to find an option that's better than him.
Yeah, I mean, in Lamar's defense, like who's like the number one receiver? Like they don't have a consistent number one to go to. Like
Zay Flowers is so.
But no, but like they drafted Zay Flowers in the first round.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like you got to develop. Like okay, like at some point, if your team like drafts a guy like with the what's it called with the first round talent, Zay Flowers is a good receiver. Who else? Mark Andrews. Pretty good receiver. I'm just saying.
Andrews half the time, dude. Like
he's a good dude.
Nah,
the
bro.
Ravens as a whole system. As a system, the Ravens are built for Lamar. They're run first. Like the whole system is built for Lamar, and like
run first, okay. but don't use Derrick Henry in the last 9 minutes.
I like that. Like, but no. But the thing is, right? Like we all criticize. Okay, like Lamar, like oh, he's a good passer and stuff. But then when they stop running the ball, they're like, wait, why you stop running the ball? And Lamar's that good of a player, bro. Like let him throw it out. He's a good passer, right? That's what I heard. So let him throw the ball, bro. Like I don't want to hear like the complaints all the time, like, oh, they didn't run the ball enough, like this and that, bro. If the Bears don't run the ball that much, bro, and like Ben Johnson relies on Caleb Williams, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like Caleb's that guy, like he can throw the ball. Why is it that we always have an excuse with Lamar Jackson? It's like, oh, like if they ask him to throw the ball like 20, 30 times, it's like 30, 35 times, it's like that's a problem. Then he's not a top 5 quarterback, bro.
All right,
at some point we gotta criticize him. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I don't know. I think it's too early to criticize him. I mean, yeah, he does deserve some criticism for sure, especially in some moments in the playoffs and things like that.
He had the number 1 defense, bro, and he put up 10 points. The defense was so good that they shut out Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
in
but
the second
number
half.
one defense.
Where's the offense? Fumble and an interception in the end zone cost him the game, bro. Like, and Zay Flowers being a dumbass too.
I do think Mahomes in the playoffs.
Oh, what about Mark Andrews? He literally Lamar put it right in his hands, and Brood does this. Like, what do you want him?
Like, that's what
do you want him to do?
See, like, but we're not gonna talk about his interceptions. We're not gonna talk about his fumbles.
That doesn't matter right now. That doesn't matter. When the game is on the line, when you have Mark Andrews, when Lamar is driving down the field and being clutch,
what happened?
Actually making up for his mistakes, and your tight end that you just paid $39 million and $25 million guaranteed to just to fumble the ball, or better yet, in this last game, lateral it back to no one. Like, I don't know what Lamar should possibly do.
That's on Mark Andrews. But then let's talk about that same game. Let's talk about the interception he threw. Let's talk about
Let's talk about the fumble. Right now. I don't want to hear this. What about the Zay Flowers? What about the Zay Flowers fumble in the end zone? What is Lamar supposed to do there?
That's not his fault. I'll agree. That's not his fault. But that's just a great play. That's just a great play. That's just a great play. That's just a great play by Snead, bro. Like, let's be honest. That's a crazy play by Snead.
You're a receiver. Hold on to the damn ball, bro. Like,
I don't think you remember that play. He dove to get to the end zone, and Snead made an amazing. He made probably one of the best defensive plays I've ever seen in my life, where he just got it before the goal line. Like, I'm not blaming Zay Flowers for that, bro. I'm sorry. That's just such a great defensive play.
So you're blaming Lamar in proxy?
Yeah, because Lamar threw a pick in triple coverage.
Blaming Lamar on that.
Maybe Lamar on your actual.
It's a good defensive play.
That's
crazy.
Not
blaming Lamar on that. I'm not. Yeah. Wait. The triple coverage interception. That's just a terrible throw.
That's on Lamar. That's fine. But
how about the fumble?
What?
I've just seen. Okay, here's my argument with Lamar, bro, and John Harbaugh. It's like I've seen the defense play really well and Lamar sell like so many times in the playoffs. Like, I'm telling you right now, Lamar Jackson. I'll say this: Lamar Jackson is Dak Prescott without the MVPs, bro. I'm literally just saying that right now. I'll say that right now.
That's honestly insane. I mean, you can't just say he's got someone without the MVPs because he did win the MVPs.
Yeah, but okay, we're talking about postseason. I'm talking about postseason. He's Dak Prescott.
But Dak hasn't won shit in the actual in the postseason as well.
He is. He's 12.
I mean, Lamar's made an AFC championship.
And had a crazy defense, dude. Like I'm just saying.
So did Dak at one point. What are you talking about?
Dude, Dak had to also go against prime Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like I get credit to
Jimmy G beat prime Aaron Rodgers. So
yeah, bro, dude, he gets owned by freaking Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm just saying, if Lamar, I'll say this though, like a lot of the postseason was always going everyone else but Lamar, in my opinion, bro. People don't.
Did we both? Savang, I don't know if you heard, but do we not say right now that Lamar? There are moments where he actually like makes mistakes. Fine, you're acting like. Ankit, you're acting like no one's ever made mistakes in the playoffs.
Wait, can I say this? I'll say this, and then we can move on. Quarterbacks, they make the most money, and because they're the most important player in the team, and they also will get the most blame. And that's just how it works. You make the most money, you get the most blame.
What do you say? You get rid of Lamar, a 2-time MVP by chance? Like, there's how are you going to get rid of a 2-time MVP and justify that? That's insane.
No, I'm not saying to get rid of him. I'm just saying that's who he is, bro. Like, that's what I'm not saying the Cowboys to get rid of Dak because you want to have a good quarterback, but I'm just saying, like, in the playoffs, I'll say this: he's James Harden. He's James Harden in the playoffs, bro. Great regular season player, terrible playoff performer, bro.
Hey, if CP3 stays healthy and they beat the Warriors and they win out.
I don't know about that. I'll plead the fifth on that one, man.
All right, let's quickly go on to the next matchups. I'm
just saying, I make some good points, bro. That's all I gotta say, bro.
I guess agree to disagree, but
yeah.
All right, Zivang, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. I think the Bengals take this. Joe Burrow, Jamar, Chase Brown. I mean, Chase Brown had a really good game last week. unfortunately for my fantasy, it came after I got eliminated from the playoffs. So 3
Of
touchdowns.
course.
The Cardinals are
same.
pretty sorry.
Same.
I know it's why does Chase Brown have to go crazy? But yeah, I think the Bengals take this one.
Yeah.
Like Joe Burrow actually locked in and passed the ball to the Bengals. I got the Bengals win. So Chase Brown, but I got the Bengals winning.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Next, Seattle Seahawks, Carolina Panthers. I think this could be actually a very sneaky game. Sneaky good game.
I agree with that. Honestly, I give me the Panthers. I think the Seahawks have a little more credit than they actually deserve from last week. And I mean, they only put up 18 points against the Colts, which we just put up, like 48, 47. So I don't even know if this offense is all. I don't want to get but I think you can give me the Panthers. Yeah.
They put a 36 against the Rams, though. You know.
That's what I'm thinking. So I think the Panthers could actually take it.
Okay. Yeah.
No, that's the thing. Because I'm not saying that they're guaranteed. I'm just thinking like my thought process is they beat the Rams when they needed to in order to keep their playoff hopes alive at that point in time.
They don't win back-to-back games, man.
Yeah, and it's like
Panthers. They don't win back-to-back.
They don't win back-to-back. I forgot.
But yeah, give me the Seahawks, bro. But I want the Panthers to win, though. I really.
That'd be pretty funny if the Panthers win. Actually,
I need them to win because if we beat the Niners, we win out and they lose.
Mm-hmm.
We're the 1 seed, bro. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, Seahawks are the easy pick. Like genuinely, I feel like they should win. This is like a very easy, winnable game.
You guys think the same goes in the
this season has been so whack, and like teams that you think should win end up like losing in the weirdest way possible. So like I would not be surprised whatsoever if the Panthers found a way to win this.
Except for us,
Rams game. That Panthers Rams game was crazy.
Except for us, though, we win every game that we're supposed to win, dude. This year, I'm saying.
At least that's
We haven't got upset it yet, you know. I'm saying.
Yeah, hopefully, knock on wood. But Steelers Browns. It's the most. Oh God, this is AFC North football. Oh God.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Give me Shedeur to win this game, bro. I think he wins the game.
Shedeur wins.
I think he wins the game.
I don't know. Shedeur's stats aren't they all time worst for?
I know, but he had to go. But Savon, he had to go against us, bro. We're like a QB nightmare, bro. We he had to turn over the ball against us. 3 of his interceptions. I mean, I'll be honest, a lot of his interceptions are off the hands of receivers, bro. I'll be completely honest. I don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. I think look, I think the thing with Shedeur, bro, it's kind of sucks. It's he should have been a 5th round pick, man. Let's be honest. He's better than Dylan Gabriel. I think he's definitely the 2nd best quarterback in that draft class, coming out of college. And I mean, he didn't get any first team reps. I mean, I don't expect he only got first team reps right before his first debut game against the Raiders, which he balled out. I just think that I think the Steelers went off a really good game. It's a divisional game. They came off a really good win against the Lions. I think they come down to earth this game. And honestly, I just really want to see the Ravens Steelers be a really good matchup for the AFC North. I want some drama in Week 18. So why not? Why not the Browns, bro? Why not?
I think who do I mean, I don't really care who wins because it doesn't affect me in seeding, but I feel like the Steelers are going to win. I think Aaron Rodgers, I mean, they made the playoffs, right? Or they can clinch a playoff spot. So
No. So they haven't made the playoffs yet because they haven't won the division yet.
So they have to wait for the Ravens. If the Ravens lose, they're in the playoffs. If the Ravens win, but they win, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they just have to win or Ravens lose because the Ravens are at 7-8.
Yeah.
They have to just win. They just had to win.
Yeah. I think they'll win.
Titans Saints.
Oh, best game of the year. Best game.
Amazing. I'm tuning into this one for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even think Red Zone will show this.
Red Zone, dude, barely shows any Titans games. They show Cam Ward's touchdowns and stuff like 2 hours late. I swear, because they don't really care.
I got the Saints. Tyler Shuck is playing.
I got Titans. I mean, Titans had a good game last week. You see that pass by Cam Ward? Cam Ward
is dude. Cam Ward, he just needs the right head coach, dude. Genuinely,
I actually don't see the hype behind Cam Ward, bro. I just don't, bro. Dude, we have not talked about Cam Ward, and he's the #1 pick, bro.
Because, dude,
did you not see that pass? Did you not see that
Yeah,
pass? Like
we played
last
against the
week?
Chiefs like
That
third
was
stringer.
insane.
That was like the
I
Chiefs.
mean,
you
could say that about Caleb his first year. Like he had some insane passes here and there, but because they didn't have like that good of a coach, he wasn't as talked about.
No, they were talking about him. No, they were talking about him.
Maybe on your Bears Empire feed, but not
no,
on like the
no.
mass
I'm telling you, we got because we made headlines in every game. Like we would choke every game, bro.
Yeah.
Like trust me, Simon. Yeah, like we were Hail Mary, the block field goal.
It was negative. It was negative feedback.
Yeah, it was.
You can't hate on a QB after first year.
No, I wasn't hating. I just don't see the special. Maybe next year he becomes special, bro. Maybe I'm not giving
Jaguars,
up on
Colts. What do you got?
Jaguars.
I
mean, Riley Leonard's starting, right?
No, Philip Rivers said he will. Philip
Are we
Rivers.
sure? I heard,
Wait, really?
I heard talks that Riley Leonard was starting because
no, like he said that he's expecting to play. Like he was interviewed. I don't know though. It's up to Shane Steichen though.
Why would they risk putting Philip Rivers in when Riley Leonard?
For the love of the game, my guy.
I would love it. Listen, me personally as a fan, I would love to see more Philip Rivers, but for the sake of his body and health, because there's no need, like just sit out, dude. Like
I'll be honest, man. Like this is gonna be a good game, bro. But I got Duval. I
don't think it'll be a good game. I don't think it'll be a good game.
It'll be like a Mickey Mouse, like
Jaguars have been kind of killing it. And I hope Philip Rivers plays just for the fact that I don't want his last NFL pass to be a pick 6.
Yeah, that'd be so sad.
I'll fix it. Oh no, you should just like come into the game, like throw and one completion, just dip.
Yeah, that would suck. Come back to retirement, your last pass in the NFL is a pick 6.
Yeah. Tyler Warren sold on that, bro.
Yeah, Buccaneers, Dolphins.
I got the Bucks. I think again, week 18 will be special for the NFC South, bro. I think the Bucks win this game. I think the Panthers lose, and then it's gonna be like who wins that will be the 4 seed.
Is Quinn Ewers playing again this week?
Yeah. He's playing the rest.
Yeah, give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks.
Wait, come on, that's your quarterback. That's your quarterback.
No shade to my Longhorn legend, but I mean, it'll take some time, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, he's a future. He's a future.
Jets, Patriots. Oh God, in MetLife.
Wait. This is the best game of the year.
Oh God. No, this is the best game of the year, right here.
Oh, yeah,
tank goal of the century.
This slate is actually terrible.
No,
except for Bears Niners.
Let's like I got Patriots, bro. I got Patriots. Jets suck.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a 50-50 game. Oh my God. Who sucks more?
Tank bowl.
Yeah.
Winner.
I feel like they should purposely try to lose.
Yeah, both of them are trying to lose so hard.
Like maybe tie.
If they tie, oh God, that's the worst.
I look, got the Giants. I just think the defense would win this game. I don't know.
Jackson has been playing really terrible.
Yeah.
I think the Vegas Raiders are going to try hard so hard just so that they can find a way to keep Max Crosby, and they'll screw themselves out of the first overall pick.
Crosby's a bear, bro. He's already a bear. He's already becoming like what he said about Caleb, bro. Like he wants to be a bear, bro.
Hey man, or even Myles Garrett would be pretty sick too.
The Condor is coming to Chicago, bro.
Either one will be fine with me. Eagles, Bills.
Oh, this is actually a good game.
Yeah, it's actually good.
I got Bills, bro. Yeah, I got Bills.
Bills is and like we said,
70-30.
I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears.
I mean,
come on.
I'm respectful. I'm going with the Niners, obviously, but
obviously. You gotta go.
I don't think 70-30 is as representative to the game.
I'll take it. We've been pretty solid as underdogs.
You know what's crazy, bro? We're getting so disrespected, bro. I was talking to my brother this earlier. Week 18 in Chicago, we're -1.5 underdogs against the Lions.
Really?
I
mean, the Lions did kill you guys. The Lions did kill you guys.
Yeah, but it's like that was week 2 though. They're such a different team.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ. I mean,
yeah, Rams.
Rams got this, bro.
I mean, if the Falcons win, that would be good for all of us. So
yeah, if the Falcons somehow win,
they actually. I'm so serious. They have motivation to win though, because that's their pick. Like this is actually their pick.
Oh, true. That they do have their pick. That's the crazy part, dude. The Falcons actually. Oh my God, dude.
They're so smart.
They literally screwed
the Rams
so hard.
Bro, what are you talking about? Jalen Walker's worth it. Sorry, no, James Pierce Jr. is worth it, bro. James Pierce Jr. He's worth it.
Jesus Christ.
I swear to God, if Rams get like a gem like that early in the draft,
They will.
like, yeah,
They might just
Dude, do you think Les Snead is gonna like miss on a draft? Like this dude, for some reason, like finds gems and like, dude, bro, literally found Puka Nakua like in the like what fourth round, fifth round. Like
Puka is insane. What an insane pick! Because he was like, it's not like a developmental player. He like started popping out right away.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, that's gonna do for all our picks. Wow, we're 2 weeks away from playoff football, and all of our teams, obviously, well, our teams and your team are going to be in the playoffs officially. So we'll have some January football to look forward to. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys again so much for watching. We had some great discussions, especially when it comes to this upcoming game, and some heated discussions per usual. But what's new on the Sobacksports podcast? But before we end this episode, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you again, Savang, for joining us today. And any final words, gentlemen, before we call it an episode?
It's gonna be a crazy game, man. It's
gonna
be a crazy
game. Bang Niner gang, come on.
Hey, bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down.
All right, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.